That's
That kind of heads up to the loop.
I happen to know, I'm a land planner, so I've done a lot of work. In the county, and Washington Jeff, I used to work in Jefferson County. And that's my company now.
There's like probably a lot on Muscovite
Yeah,
in the area.
Oh,
30 years ago, I bought it. Thinking
30 or 3?
30,
Okay, just wondering.
yeah.
You want to see that, Sharon?
Well, Tom and I are about 4th, 5th generation
Is that right?
of our families. I've known his family and he knows us and our parents knew each
Well,
other, went to
have to
school
have
together.
Hey, Jen,
Grandparents
do you
knew each
know
other.
what the
That's
setback
great.
limits are currently over there?
What, I'm sorry, what the what
Do
is?
you know what the current setback limits are at this property?
I can grab the, is it not written in Martin's staff report?
Let's see.
Is there a
If
copy?
not, we'll grab the, let me just get this going and then I'll grab the code book, so we got it.
That's fine,
Yeah.
I'll look
I'm
closer.
sure it's in the
just to see it.
staff. Is there a copy of the staff report?
Yeah, I can get that for you in just a second, okay?
All right, thank you.
I still don't know if you can.
So do you know, is Mark Lockerman, is he from Georgetown and got some roots here in Virginia?
I don't know.
He's the owner of this
Yeah,
house.
I knew that.
They don't live here. I don't think maybe they do. I don't know that.
It says it's 5 feet, Jen,
Okay.
I've got it, thanks.
Thank you.
It says it's 5 feet for side, oh wait,
think
that's
he
side,
uses
sorry, it's
others.
15 for rear.
Okay.
And the rear they're all sitting back.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
10,
Um,
the DRC approved it.
Oh, he lives in Smithville, Texas.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
but he does not rent it, I
Yeah.
understand.
The DRC had originally approved it, but they hadn't checked the zoning because I think that was when we were sort of in between administrators. So then they caught it because they came back because their COA had expired.
I heard that.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they caught it like, oh. So that's kind of.
Their ceiling.
Sorry.
Say that again, they can't.
Oh, their COA, their certificate,
Okay,
you know.
I'm sorry, sound like the ceiling had a fire.
Sorry.
Come on now.
Oh, it's so. It would extend into the rear setback distance of 10 feet. So
Yeah,
that's gonna leave 5 feet.
it'll need 5 feet.
Yep. You mean you didn't look at this before?
I looked at it last night on my phone. I missed the email on Monday. I apologize.
Morning.
We're going to you all.
Are you the Ladowskis?
Lockerman.
Lockerman.
All the way from Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong name. Lockerman, yeah.
Are you here as full timers now?
No,
Kind of.
we're trying.
Trying. Take some
We can
time.
move more every trip.
I gotcha.
Hey, I'm your neighbor.
Well-
Nice
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so.
So where are you located?
On the ground right there, next door to the vacant lot.
Oh, okay, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So one thing.
I was looking at the minutes.
Last
meeting.
yeah.
Is this the first meeting we've had since last October?
My wife and I
Isn't that
went
crazy?
I know.
So it's the first meeting of the year. I think the first thing I have to do is elect officers.
from the-
Yeah, we probably should. It's funny because we had a pretty good run there. We were meeting fairly regularly and then it just.
With me, because I've been on it like long time, it's like every 10 years you'll have a little flurry.
Right?
Uh-huh.
I think this is the best town board to serve on, to be honest.
I missed your flower opening.
I didn't open this year, I know. I was back east on a project. I was too busy.
Maybe next year.
I do, but I can't.
If I can find staff, that is the thing.
Well, that's for
That's the problem. see?
The garden
Well,
center.
But we had the surveyor to come out. so
It's
they
too
do-
hard to find people who want to work.
Yeah.
So they're all, oh, what do they do?
you all day.
Yeah. So a lot
What's
of
gonna
those
happen to
retailers
the dollar store, the Family Dollar? I hear
it's
it's closed most of the time. Do you guys?
I've heard it was closed a couple times, but it's generally
Lots of
open.
times. Every time we sort of want to have something at the hotel or get
Well, I'll tell you, you know, the school went to a 4-day school week.
Yes.
And I have noticed on Fridays,
Last year.
So
there are
I know
students
Ken's got
sitting there
jewelry.
working at the Family Dollar.
Well, one day,
Thank
everybody was
God.
locked, everybody was locked out because they came to work and there was no manager, there was no key, there was no stuff. So,
Well, I talked to one of the star Clear Creek
Yeah.
Digger football players who was heading up to Glenwood for a game, and I was like,
There's a
oh,
lot
good.
of big, like, orders.
Kids are getting a job.
Yeah.
I know, I don't agree with the 4 days.
I don't
School
either.
week. Not in our district, our kids need to be in,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's,
But-
for all these other sort of-
Such is
oh,
the
man.
decision the administrators made, so.
Well, if they're working, that would be great.
That's my company, but,
What's that?
yeah, when they did this, you know.
Oh, I
when
know.
Jeff
It's a major
Cohen-
problem.
Jefferson County was-
So that's why they don't want to.
Anytime you grade 7 feet or you go
Yeah.
property.
No, I agree.
I can see it might attract some new teachers. That's the sole purpose, but it's in our district, I'm sorry.
Some of them don't necessarily, they're not in state,
They don't. Some of them do not meet.
You think you drove by that?
Yeah.
I did.
So that's a
We
terrible thing.
avoided the
It
traffic.
does, it's
We
thinner.
went around.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
They're not eating. I don't know
Yeah.
who's
I
taking
did
care of it.
because
They're not at
they
school.
said
I mean,
this
it's
was visible from the street, and yet they're building.
It's a small percentage.
From
Yeah.
this side, so I look, you can't see it from the street.
No, I go by
Pine trees.
quickly on my way down the
It's the pine
street.
trees,
Yeah.
they were built.
Yeah.
I have some really good pictures, so
I
I.
cut a couple of those trees away from the house.
Me too.
What is the size of the deck?
Literally, not on the easement.
Is it a 12-foot deck?
And so
That they're
that's why
trying
we
to
have
build
that.
here?
Ma'am, what was your name?
I'm Barbara,
Margaret. okay.
Barbara.
Barbara.
yes, Lockerman,
I'll turn my hearing aids up.
and my husband Mark,
Yeah, I got Mark
okay?
and Mike.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to reflect who's here.
It's so nice to meet you.
Okay, well, it's 10 o'clock, so I think it's time. Are we ready to go?
We are, I mean, Martin is here, but I guess we'll,
Who?
Martin, our town planner who wrote that staff report.
Oh,
Oh, should we wait?
was he coming?
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry. He must have just joined. Sorry, Martin.
All right, well, I'll call the meeting of the Georgetown Board of Adjustment to order, 10 a.m. on September 27th, 2020, 26, 2022. And we'll start with the roll call.
Zeno? Here. Or Lou Anderson. Chair Tom Elliott
Here.
and Mary Jo Clark.
Here.
Okay, and also present, Town Clerk Jennifer Yovsky, Mark and Barbara Lockerman, the owners of the property in question, and neighbor Mike Kortendick. And also, would you go ahead and tell us your name, sir? On video.
I'm Martin Landers. I'm the
Your sound isn't,
for Georgetown.
we can't hear you.
He's not muted.
Oh, I don't miss these technical difficulties of the last two.
Okay,
Let's find out.
Okay, can you try speaking again, Martin? Sorry.
Sure. I'm Martin Landers. I'm
Okay,
the contract
darn it,
town
we still
planner for
can't hear you.
Georgetown.
Okay, let's try one more time. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, but he can't, we can't hear him. I don't know. Tess, can you say hello?
Yes, testing.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why. Normally it just works when I turn it on. Muted.
On the TV, it's not muted now.
Let's see, one more test, Martin. I'm switching settings.
Yes, can you hear me now?
I'm not sure if we're, I'm not sure. If we're passing.
Sorry, guys.
How old is the city hall building?
Or Luke, how old? I
Let me go
probably,
check one thing.
I would say probably 1870s. That's what I'm just kind of thinking, because it was a firehouse at one time.
Okay, and how long year lineage? Your
My family came in late 1880s. We had the old grocery hardware store down
Oh, you did?
there. Oh, we
Still do.
Oh, you do?
Oh, I met you one day. I came into the store.
My
I'm so
father.
sorry.
Maybe me or my sister, because my sister and I have.
Do you look a lot alike?
I don't think so, but.
Okay, then I think it was you.
Anyway, hi.
My father, he grew up in a small town in Illinois, and they had a small store, and he loved that place. He's
Which
passed.
town?
Pecatonica, Illinois,
Okay.
really tiny little,
My wife,
named after an Indian community.
my wife's from Woodstock.
Oh, no kidding, wow. Yeah, they love it. They just,
Well, my siblings and I, we've all traveled the world and so forth, and we're all through that.
yeah, nice.
And you were the teacher.
I was a teacher.
Yes.
My sister's sort of a teacher, but she went to school in Sweden, got her master's, got adopted to Swedish, and then came back and taught Swedish at the university for a while.
Wow.
And she's here, and she lives in the home in which our father was born.
So you didn't make that any easier since you were both teachers.
Pardon me?
You didn't make that any easier for me. But I'm pretty sure we could have had a conversation with my daughter and I came in one day. It's such a nice little store.
Thank
You
you.
actually are very well stocked. I was surprised.
Well, we do a lot of importing things,
Yeah.
particularly from the northern European countries, particularly Scandinavian and German people, and then Colorado items.
I was able to buy silver pouch. I was amazed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her dad and my mom went to school together.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So you've been, how long has your family been here?
Martin.
Well, let's see,
Very young.
18, my great grandfather got. So
So
Oh my
he's
God.
older than I.
they moved back here with his bride in 1876.
You know, that was hard living.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Just the little bit of landscaping we've done in the yard. I have such respect for miners now. I don't even go to loose rocks. They actually go and pick, we've got to do some tours of the mines, but it is a lifestyle to appreciate. And we took the Leadville train ride and we heard the stories about how they put in the railroad there.
Yep.
And how they cleared it, got it done like the day before the contract was due, but, and the cold, can you imagine? I can't even imagine the lifestyle. And I bought a couple of the Queen of Georgetown, the books that are up there locally. Just started reading those and just reading the stories and the lifestyle. We are such a.
I see that Martin is there, but I don't know I don't know. It's not working right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Let me call him and you guys can go ahead and I guess start.
All right, yeah, let's start. First of all, that roll call. Minutes of the October 20th. Is there a motion for that? Moves. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We need to tell.
And then we need to elect our officers. We have no officers, just board chair.
I don't think so. I think you're good. We nominate you again.
Yes, exactly.
And sticking with the continuity of family in Georgetown, we will nominate you again.
Yes, I second that nomination, Chair.
All in favor? Opposed? My ears almost up.
Okay, I'm gonna get them on the phone.
Jen, you approved the minutes and we elected Tom as chairman again.
And who,
Corley and Mary.
I seconded Corley. And then on the minutes, I'm sure.
Martin?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Who moved to approve that? Or-
And you said.
For both?
Yeah, you did.
And you'll let him as the chairman again?
Oh, yes, okay.
Thank you. Can you hear us, Martin?
Sort of, I can't hear very.
I just, I thought I was put it on speaker. Ah! Sorry, guys.
He needs to just show on up. He's in locally?
He's in, like Loveland area.
He's not the man.
Hello, you have reached Cranston. Your call is important.
He probably still thinks he's still on.
Exactly.
Is he?
Sorry, you guys, it's mine.
Sorry.
Is he with Sonic? Let's see. Okay.
Clark, how long have you been here?
I bought my house here with my family in 1974. My mother was involved with the property across the street, the hotel there, museum, and now I'm doing the same thing she did. So,
Sorry about that, Martin.
if anybody has to get through, you should.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And then,
I don't know if you're gonna
yeah.
be here.
My mother's curious.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Okay, so. Would you tell us who you are for the record?
Yes, this is Martin Leonard. I'm the contract town planner for the town of Georgetown.
Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and, the next order of business is the property Meadows Residential District, 2155 Muscovite Drive, owned by Mark Lockerman, who are present. And they wish to build a deck on the rear of their house to the setback. And I think all of the board members have had a chance to review all the documents that the town has prepared for us. Is that correct? Do we wish to brief word from the property owners as to what their plans are, brief plans are?
I believe it's well explained in your paperwork,
It
and
is.
Mr. Martin, I'll try and speak up for you.
Can you hear okay, Mr. Martin?
Yes, I can.
Okay. But, the house was built where it was in 2007, on, I think pretty much on the property setback line. We had a property survey by the surveyor after we purchased it. But there are doors that open out to nowhere, and there is an actual up level door that has a bar across it currently, a wooden bar, to prevent anyone from stepping outside. And the same is for the bottom level exit door. It also has about a 5 to 6 foot drop down to the ground for enjoyment and for I guess aesthetic value of the property. We'd like to build a deck. It's a beautiful view. We back up to Saxon Mountain. This deck would not touch either one of the current neighboring properties, and we feel like it wouldn't violate, but perhaps maybe would enhance the area. And I think that's really our intention, is just to try and minimize the deck, to what we originally had presented to the RC.
Martin, do you wish to tell us your conclusions?
Certainly, the application itself appears to be in order, and it's on the board, under section 1716, I'm sorry, 1732 B2, which are the criteria for approval, have been satisfied. The DRC, back in March, they did approve the application for the deck. And then they subsequently issued the COA, and then they revisited that on August 11th. They approved the renewal of the application after it was determined that a variance was required and extension of the COA was needed. So everything seems to be in order, and it's just a matter of whether or not you as a board believe they've met the criteria.
All right, thank you. Do any of the board members have any questions?
Is that a utility easement back there? What is the easement?
There is a 5-foot utility easement. There's a 5-foot, and then there's another additional 10 feet of setback.
It's actually like 7 feet total from the back of the house.
But there are no
5 foot
utilities
back.
running back there or anything?
It
Not
would
talking
be
about-
very, I mean, we can't tell, it's pretty rough land.
And the deck is how?
12,
12
12
foot deck?
right,
Yeah.
to stay out of the 5
I've
foot.
been in that house and I know the door situation. I still don't know why they did it that way, probably because of the substance.
We asked prior to purchase of the previous owner why there was not a deck built, us being the fourth family to own the home. And he said he just never got the money. He had it quoted once and did not have the money to complete, because we were trying to research, had anyone previously applied for this application of variance, and he said, I mean, we didn't get any answer to that. So that's all I know. I don't know about the owners prior or why the deck was not built at the time the home was built. We just don't have that information.
I have a couple of questions on, so the lower deck goes out 12 feet from the house?
They both will on the side.
Both of them.
To take advantage of the supports. So after our first DRC meeting, they wanted structural drawings. We went and hired an architect and got the structural drawings, and that's kind of what we came up with.
They're a little hard to read on our copies. That's why.
They're hand drawn, and they're a little bit hard to
So
read.
this is actually a double deck, it's on that side?
It will be not on the end. The end will project out from the house, like a 16 by 16 to take advantage. There's 24 feet from the house to the property line there on the end, and so we've never really go out there, and so the idea is to put a deck to make it a more enjoyable circle space for conversation.
But
You're
it's,
talking about the west side, right?
Yes.
Roughly the west
Yes.
side.
but it's not a double deck on the side, just in the back. Okay.
And it doesn't wrap around the house?
It's going to wrap around, I think, approximately 4 feet to be able to get that 16 by 16. And then we're going to align it so that the columns are not in front of the window.
Is there a graphic of that somewhere? It wasn't in the staff packet.
So the house, I mean, the house is about 2 feet from the 15-foot rear easement. Because you're doing a 12-foot deck out from the house and there's still 5 feet left, as I understand.
Right, correct.
Is that correct?
Right, we won't be in the easement part at all.
And I was.
The utility easement.
So,
Hold on a second. I was concerned about the part that goes out, the extension to the west, because you stated it's not visible from the street. Well, from the diagrams, it looks like it would be. Until I drove by yesterday, you can't see it because of the trees.
And that is, to me, an important point. With this current deck, there will be no need to take down any trees. I don't know how important that is to the committee, but I think it's something to be respected and honored. Well, we're not gonna quite see the view of the lake that we want, but it's okay. It's still beautiful.
It's not our job to rule on which trees need to
Well, but I think in Austin, Texas, we're very protective of the trees. It is a very, big topic.
Mr. Portendich, did you have a question?
I sure do, Mr. Chair. For the record, it's Mike Kortendijk. It's Kortendick. And I think I know Mr. Landers. Martin, I own Landform Incorporated. It's a land planning firm in Evergreen. I think we've run into each other in the past.
He is still here, right? Martin?
Martin, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, so, I just met Barbara and Mark this morning. I came up the hill. I bought this property next door. I'll give you the specifics, but it's, let's see here, just so you got it for the record. It is parcel number 1959-054-11-004. And again, purchased it 30 years ago with the intent of building a retirement house for my wife and I up here at some point. And I called Fred Rollenhagen, and he gave me Rick, he's with the county. He gave me Rick Tortoline's contact information. I tried to call Rick last week. I understand he was out on vacation. And I just came up to see kind of what's going on. I'd like to support my new neighbors. They seem like really nice folks. I'm just learning now about the deck, and I have the survey.
Do you own the immediate?
Next door. It's
To the west,
vacant.
to the
Yes,
west.
correct. And when they built the house, and I know the Lockmans didn't build it, but in Jefferson County, where I worked for a dozen years before I went both on my private and public sector planning stuff, we had a requirement that anytime you graded within 7 feet of an adjoining property, you notify the neighbors. I know you don't have that in Georgetown. It'd be nice, but that didn't exist. So at one point, I had gone out to look at my property. I occasionally pick up windblown trash and that kind of thing. And I noticed when the original builder put the property up, there was a lot of scree and boulders pushed onto our lot to get the toe slope for the garage and the house to work. It's what it is. We can't go backwards. I talked to Mark this morning. They're going to share their survey because at least one of the pins was obliterated when that activity happened. So we can't even find where that lot line is. So I think we're going to cooperate on that. It sounds like they've had a survey done. We'll try to recover that pin. And we'll work around the toe slope, all the material that was pushed. There were a lot of boulders that were also put in front of the lot and that kind of thing, but that can be changed. So I guess my question has to do with, I'm seeing the graphic here, and it looks like the house was originally built right on the lot line, or the setback line. Is that correct?
The rear setback?
Yes.
Correct.
I think we just heard it was 2 feet from the rear setback.
No, the actual back of the house
Right.
is just about right, best we know,
On
based on the
15
surveys.
setback.
Yeah.
So if you're building a 12
There's-
foot with
There's 17 feet from the back of the house to the actual, I don't know the right
Oh,
word,
about
but there's 17 feet to what do you call the
Property boundary.
property boundary. 5 feet of that is the
easement.
easement,
Yeah.
Utility easement.
and then there's 12 feet and like 1 inch, 12.2 inches, something, 12.1 is the setback. And that's what we're proposing to build within the setback, but not in the 5 foot easement.
I understand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I asked originally, because I thought if it's going, if the deck's going out 12 feet and the house is on the property line, I thought there were only 15 feet between the house, the rear of the house and the property line.
He said there's about 2 extra.
17, right, 17.
So there's actually it's 2 feet from the setback. The house was built 2 feet, 2.1 from the setback.
Somewhere there's.
Okay, so I guess
Do you not
that.
have a survey in your packet?
I did,
Oh.
but it's hard to read.
Yeah.
I understand, that's really what I
Is there a copy of that?
he just said, confused again.
Is there a copy of that survey that I can see? Is that?
Do you, no, do you have the copy? Is it a folder?
No, I got a 2-page.
Here, you can share, you can look at that.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
So you don't have any objection to the plan?
Well, again, I'm just digesting all this and I apologize. It just came to me because I just was handed the staff packet this morning. And again, I want to be able to support this. I just want to get my arms clear on the facts. And the fact that these folks have, have volunteered to step up with regard to the survey pin issue, I think that's great and I very much appreciate it.
There's no boulders back, right retaining wall.
So I guess my only question is, when I see this graphic and I see the deck on the backside, is this side setback, is this something you're proposing as well?
No, there's 24 feet from that point of this house out to the property line is 24 feet.
Okay.
And we're not violating any side yard setbacks, that's what I call it, the side yard.
Okay, so my lot, it's hard for me to see where my lot.
Here you go. Here's.
Martin, do you agree with the Lockerman statement about that west extension of the?
Oh, I see, this is,
There would have been.
this is what you're doing.
Yeah, there would have
Okay,
been.
so wrong.
Let me hear from Martin. Can you hear me?
Like I said, we're looking at a 15-foot rear setback, and they actually have 17 feet right now from the back of the house to the property line.
Right.
So, so that is the situation, according to the information that was submitted.
The statement was just made by Barbara Lockerman that the side extension to the west goes nowhere close to the property.
Just
line
on the
there.
backside.
I'm just asking if you agree with that.
Yeah, it appears to be that way, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so again, it's, looking at these, I think this is gonna work. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I think, it's gone through your DRC, it sounds like, and these are nice folks, despite them being from Texas.
Yeah, I would say that.
Question, Jen, do you know who wrote this note, Mike and Carol Hyde Whitehorns?
I know, they're neighbors,
Are they the neighbor to the back?
across.
Mike and Carol, they're next to his lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Us,
You.
their lot, and then
Mike.
Mike and Carol, yeah.
Okay.
And there was no other comment from any other.
No, the Smiths, contacted me, which I don't know if that's right, or not, but anyway, they said they have no problem, now I must provide as well. They might be on the
Robert
other
and
side.
Mary,
Yeah.
they're on the corner,
That's
Yeah.
vacant.
and
See
you
the-
start right now, they're on the very, no, not on the corner, but across on that, they're
Oh,
driving up the
gotcha.
street, you're on the right side.
Okay.
And they did communicate to us in person as well that they were okay. Then there's a home, and then there's another house that they own, their house faces, is it Ironstone or that street, and then the backyard. And then the next property, that house, and they own that backyard.
Yeah, who's the owner behind you, I guess, is all I'm wondering.
Yeah, I wanted to know. that
Saxon
too.
Mountain behind us.
To the back of the property
Oh,
where the
very
deck is
top.
going to be, just right behind
That's
you.
right behind
It's the mountain.
Georgetown, Saxon Mountain, Georgetown owns it,
Georgetown, city of Georgetown.
that's the mountain.
Behind us is the Saxon truck.
They back up, I think they
Silver
back
Creek
up to that Silver Creek Trail,
It
right?
crosses our property.
Yeah, because I used to live right next door, that's Mark Reynolds duplex, right?
Yes, there.
With the big windows.
So that's kind of up the hill.
That
would be-
This- I mean, I'm just like directly behind it, it would.
There's, it's open, it's
Now
open
open
land,
space.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just the open mountain, yeah. Yeah,
Any other questions?
No.
All right, and I'm assuming, Jim, tell me if I'm wrong, all the town conditions have been met. Posting, written notice,
Yes,
and posted and mailed to all the neighbors.
yes,
And the county received no objections.
no,
That's correct.
correct.
All right, so I think we're ready to go
We need to go through our.
Tom, clarify, I just wanna put down.
Oh, shoot, I don't think I
Name
can.
next to and support this application. Okay, thanks for the warning.
You guys need your list of things
Yeah,
to
we
go
need to
through.
go through our.
Let me go grab it.
Yeah, it's in the.
I don't think it's in there, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
I think so.
Item 17, yes.
Yes.
Your questions? Okay.
Title 17 requires the board may grant a variance only if it makes findings of all the following requirements insofar as applicable have been satisfied. A, if there are unique physical circumstances or conditions such as irregularity, narrowness, or shallowness of the lot, or other physical conditions peculiar to the affected property. Lockman pointed out in their application that the house was built in 2007. They are Portland. So they didn't build the house, and the deck was never added at the time. It backs up to Saxon Mountain, so there appears to be no impact to any of the neighbors. So I think that we can find that there are unique circumstances. The fact that the house was built prior to their owning it, and they have no other alternative than apply for variance.
So our answer is yes.
So I would say yes, there are unique physical circumstances that are related to that.
Yes.
B, that the unusual circumstances or conditions do not exist throughout the neighborhood or district in which the property is located. I have heard of no other places where these conditions exist in the neighborhood. So I would say yes to that. Everybody agree with that? C, that because of such physical circumstances or conditions, the property cannot reasonably be developed in conformity with the provisions of this title. I think that's pretty obvious since the setback is, the 15-foot setback is, again, so close to the house. In order to have to bring the setback, and they are still 5 feet from the property. That seems that conclude me that the property cannot reasonably be developed in conformity with the provisions of this title without it. So I would say yes. Everybody agree?
Yes.
D, that such unnecessary hardship does not be created by the applicant. That's obvious from what we've already observed. I would say yes to that. Everybody agree? E, that the variance if granted will not alter the essential character of the neighborhood or district in which the property is located, nor substantially or permanently impair the appropriate use of development of the adjacent property. Best evidence we have of that, that we need to grant a variance is the immediate property owner specified that he has no objection, and he has looked at the documents and has himself doesn't have any problem or see any permanent impairment. So I would say yes to E. F, that the variance if granted is the minimum variance that will afford relief and is the least modification possible of the title provisions which are in question. Now, yes, they could build a shorter deck, but I think it's reasonable to grant this variance. A 12-foot deck is still 5 feet from the rear property line. And so I would say that meets the requirements of the I would say yes, everybody agree? G, the variance if granted will not permit development in a flood hazard area, in a geologic hazard area, or on a lot having a slope in excess of 30%, contrary to the provisions for such development as cited in this title. We have heard no evidence that any of those conditions apply. Mark, do you agree with that?
Which conditions are those, excuse me?
I'll read it again. That the variance if granted will not permit development in a flood hazard area, in a geologic hazard area or on a lot having a slope in excess of 30%. Contrary to the provisions for such development as cited in this title. What do you?
Yeah, I don't know if the lot has a slope of that nature. I do know that it's outside the floodplain.
Yes.
I don't know if there's any other geologic hazards that might be evident there.
Well, none have been
I
shown.
don't think it's 30%. No, and it's pretty great to see.
Well, we haven't heard any evidence contrary, so I would say yes, that's.
Yes.
Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
All right, then the next step is to entertain a motion either to approve the variance or to approve the variance with conditions or to deny the variance. Do I hear a motion for either of those alternatives?
I have a little question yet. I'm a little concerned about the setback on this one side where you have 12 feet and then you have 5 foot feet. As long as you maintain that 5 foot feet.
Yes.
You think that, and then they have to cross it back here.
Yes. She's looking at the side, the west side of the addition.
Yeah, that,
It doesn't come near the 12
the
foot.
adjacent property goes at an angle.
Yes.
And so when you get to that back part where our deck extension is, you probably have another 20 feet or.
Yeah, but I know the spots are really strange down there and the mountain. and so-
Yeah. It's even wider as you go back towards the deck.
Does anybody have any other questions?
Now, I move to approve the variance, requested by Mr. and Mrs. Rockerman at 2155 Muscovite Drive. Georgetown Municipal Code 17.16.045 D7 Meadows Residential District Area Bulk Regulations Rear Yard Setback.
Is there a second?
A second.
All in favor, vote yes. Yes?
Yes.
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 It's unanimous, 4-0, so plans have been approved.
I think it'll be safer going out that door.
I think it will be so.
I can't believe nobody does something with it.
Is there any
Oh,
more
man,
business?
I busted it out. I'm like,
All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move, let's adjourn, second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Any opposed? No.
I feel excited.
We are adjourned at 10:35.
There you go.
Thank you for your
Thanks,
time.
Mark.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. Have a great day.
Pleasure. So comes in. Thank you. We have 20 days.
Thank you. Yes, I want to give you something to make sure that I can follow you down there. Let me stop this recording. Hold on.